Hey YouTube, the ranked season has officially concluded and I'm happy to announce that within the first ranked season of Pokemon Pocket ever, I have finished within the top 100. And boy, that was a journey from reaching the peaks of height rank 2 and dropping like 200 points overnight. It is one that I hope gets changed, but that's for another video. During my climb back up, I actually swallowed my pride and used a deck that I normally dislike. And that being Rampardos. Rampardos is one of the decks I use that helped me secure that top 100. And before I even talk about the deck, I want to talk about the context of the meta and how to basically counterpick the meta to choose the deck that is strongest for what you are facing. Top Pocket Grinder Seagun basically went on like an 8-win streak, posted this Charizard list, and it was like, it got everywhere. I got lots of likes, got lots of retweets, etc. So I had a lot of visibility, and followed by that, another high ranking Pocket player also, I think, hit like #1 using like a Charizard list. And so essentially I remember like before I was going to bed looking at them like, let me play some Charizard. And I played some Charizard and I went on my own 5-win streak. I'm like, yo, I know what I'm going to stream tomorrow. And then during that stream, I remember that it already picked up. Everyone was using Charizard, and I hated playing the mirror. The mirror was essentially a race to Charizard / if you went second, you can start pinging your opponent's Moltres faster than they can ping you. And I then switched to Darkrai, but like Darkrai had like kind of the same problem where like you had the matchup, but it felt hopeless once they set up Charizard. And that's when Stream, you guys, suggested, why don't you use a fighting deck? And in this moment of weakness, this moment of win-loss, I was just like, you know what? You guys are right. And so this is the Rampardos list that I ended up on. So today we'll talk about the deck that I used, its strengths and weaknesses, what you can do to change your own deck, and of course, those stretch of games where we got rewarded by choosing Rampardos because we ended up playing quite a bit of Charizard. So this is Rampardos Lucario. It is, in my opinion, the best fighting deck. It's a deck that has a very fast aggro, very low cost energy. I think if you are like a Hearthstone player, it's like a aggro to mid-range deck, right, where you're starting off with these very low energy attackers, right? You have the Riolo and the Sudowoodo that are just dealing like 20, sometimes 20 plus 50 on an EX, and then you drop these Lucarios that give plus 20. So this Riolo in the front is about to deal, 40. If you have 2 Lucarios, it deals 80 because it's a Lucario now. Like the Sudowoodo deals 50. With Lucario, deals, 70 plus like 90. Basically, it's a deck that starts hitting fast as soon as you hit your cards, right? As soon as you hit that Lucario. The Marshadow is basically a staple in every fighting deck. Because this is a 1-prizer deck, you can get up to 2 Marshadow 100s, again 120 or 140 depending on how many Lucarios you have active. And finally, what separates this deck from other aggro decks like, Skarm Zone, is the finisher, right? Skarm Zone kind of lacks that finisher. Magnezone can be a closer, so 110 damage is really, really strong. But Rampardos is one of the, if not the best, 1-prize finisher in the game. Head Smash deals 130, right? With Lucario, that's 150. Can you do the math? If you add another plus 20, that's 170. That's huge. It's insane. And it's only 1 energy, right? So this entire deck is extremely low energy curve. And it is just so deadly on curve. I feel like every time I play against this deck, my opponent starts Sudowoodo, happens to have Lucario, happens to have the Skull Fossil, curves into Rampardos immediately. I feel like this is an experience shared by all of us. So if you are a viewer who has been, hurt by Rampardos, you are liable for compensation, but also comment down below that you got Rampardos on perfect curve. Anyway, back to this guy. It's just really good. Even Cranidos dealing 50 with no drawbacks. That's 70-90, so it's dealing Sudowoodo damage. It's really, really cool. So we'll get to the trainers, right, and the supports, and that's like kind of what differentiates the deck. I chose to use red. Again, my main decks that I'm playing against are going to be that Moltres, that, Darkrai Tina, And essentially, you can't always just say, I'm going to have Lucario every game, right? This is actually going to be extra reach, extra finish. You know, with red plus Rampardos and Lucarios, this can even hit that 190 threshold, enough to KO Charizard, enough to KO Gyarados. You know, obviously it's a dream scenario, but having red is consistency because you're not going to always have Lucario, especially when you need to get over Giant Cape Pokemon. You might have one Lucario and not the other, and you might need red. So red was just really good for damage. Finally, you'll notice the star of this deck is double Sabrina. So to explain it, again, the context of the meta, I'm playing a lot of Charizard. I'm playing a lot of Magikarp, right? I'm playing a lot of Darkrai Tina. The first two decks really do not like getting Sabrina'd, right? I mean, no deck likes getting Sabrina'd, but these decks are decks that are going to have, like, the Manaphians, charging a Palkia, charging a, another guy, whose name I'm forgetting. The other deck, Moltres, is going to have Moltres, Charizard, Moltres, right? So having that double Sabrina, you can even cheese a Donk onto a Charmander. You can cheese a KO if the Charizard's too high HP. You can Sabrina out the Moltres, bring the Moltres in, and 150 it with Rampardos. So there's a lot going for you. Double Sabrina is just extremely disruptive, even if you want to lock a Charmeleon in active and all of a sudden they have to burn 2 energy to retreat, right? This is why I used double Sabrina. Later on, I would also climb with Darkrai, and I used double Sabrina and Darkrai because of how many Charizard players there are. These are the little techs that you can do that shifts the matchup, right? I cannot stress enough, Pocket is a 20 card game. The cards that you have 2 of, you want to see almost every game. I wanted to see Sabrina almost every game because of that. And of course, Cyrus, it's a deck that you are pinging for, your 20s, your 40s, your 50s, your 40s again, because I'm not going to say you're pinging for 100. You better be KOing someone if you're pinging for 100. And Cyrus, helps grab that. And then finally, Professor's Research. So I think the biggest cards you'll think is missing is, where are your consistency cards, right? I chose not to run Iono. And the reason I chose not to run Iono and PCOM was, again, it's a 20 card deck. It's really hard to find space, right? You're already running 10 cards for Lucario and Rampardos, an extra for Marshadow, and then usually you want that extra basic so that you don't start Marshadow and it's Pseudo-Widow, sometimes Hitmonlee. I didn't have space, right? Every card I wanted meant I have to make a concession somewhere. I chose not to run Iono, and actually it's funny, I think I might say it in the gameplay portion, because people ask why I'm not running Iono. It's just hit. I'm just going to curve. I'm going to do what every single Rampardos player does to me back to my opponent by just perfect curving every time, is what I told myself. It's very Delulu, but you can run a consistency card. You can run it over a Sabrina, but again, the context of the meta. I chose 2 Sabrina because I was expecting a lot of Charizard. Normally, you should run Iono. Pokemon communication is a little bit different. You have way too many Pokemon. Pokemon comms is not really consistent, but I can see the case for Iono. I think Iono is really almost always an auto-include, but for this particular context of the meta, I chose not to. Let's talk about some of the deck's weaknesses, right? I think that what fighting kind of lacks is a really strong starter, right? I think Pseudo-Widow is great, but not every deck is an EX deck. And Pseudo-Widow has a 2 retreat cost, so if it can get stuck a lot of times in the active. I've stalled it myself, making sure to Darkrai ping it until it's at 20, and then ping it again and take 2 KOs. There's a lot of problems with that, and I think that that's one of the biggest things. Skull Fossil is not searchable by Pokeball, so you have to draw that, right? You can't, you have to, and it's sometimes you won't. Cranidos and this, they're no notes, they're perfect. But that's some of the biggest weaknesses. Starting Marshadow can also be awkward, as you're not going to be able to attack for a while. Going first is this deck's biggest bane, especially if you don't have the Skull Fossil curve, because being down energy on a low energy curve deck means that your opponent is going to be up energy in the long term, and that's usually going to mean the difference between a win and a loss, especially if they're able to set up before you can get a Marshadow, right? Because Lucario is a 2 energy attacker. If you start Raiolo Marshadow, you go into Lucario, you attach to Lucario, suddenly you don't have that energy to attach to Marshadow if they ever take that KO on that 3rd turn. it is really, really rough. But yeah, that's a lot of yapping. Let's just let the cards talk. If you guys want to watch my content, I'm over. I stream almost every time I drop a video. Twitch.tv/soulserve. We hit a sub goal where we're going to be building a tuxedo cat Lego, because my cat is a tuxedo cat, so it's gonna be pretty fun. I'll be playing some Pocket viewer battles and doing that. I might be live even after this, just to like stream and like build decks with you guys. So yeah, it's twitch.tv/soulserve. Link will be below. I'm probably gonna get it changed to be my name, because I'm Jeudy here while I'm not Jeudy there. But anyway, that's enough. The cards need to start talking. Sense in your deck. What makes you think to say this deck is weak against Darktina? If you don't curve, it's like pretty weak into Darktina, because if you don't curve into this, they also kill you. I guess that's the part I should have mentioned. They just straight up kill you, right? Because you do 130 and then you're at 100. AKA they just kill you. But it looks like they don't have... Grunt is easily... Why no Pokecom? This is called the Just Hit, bro. This is called the Just Hit. No Pcom, Just Hit. No Iono, Just Hit. The best thing about this deck is it's low energy. True, except for Pseudo, who's a 2 retreater for some reason. Pcom does kind of suck with 10 mons. That's also true. That's a factual statement, chat. I shouldn't have put in frickin' front. I mean, the flipping front. Whew. Starting Marsh? I don't think starting Marsh is too unfortunate. I think the skill in starting Marsh is just understanding that you can click the attack button. And then when you realize that you can just attack, you're like, oh my god. Was it always this easy? And here's the thing. A good player will just keep my Marsh stuck in active. I mean, my Sudowoodo stuck in active. Right? Like, this card sucks when it's stuck in active. So let's see how they... approach it. Well, it looks like they've lost. Regardless of what they think. I'm just gonna show them it and hopefully they can lose. They need 2 cards to win this. And even now it doesn't win because that will be, yep. It's a statistical optimization game disguised. Isn't that like TCGs? Yo, is this the hands that people be getting when, yo, can you win the Ursi Day with an off-meta deck? I mean, Blastoise almost won. So like the answer is like, people can win with the off-meta deck. But also, isn't that like just kind of like a little bit like too hard, like low-key? Like, should I, like... Yeah, like, because my thought is like, huh, isn't that, like, a little hard, though? What are these hands, dude? It's just the usual, man. It's just a regular hand, chat. What are you guys talking about? What are you guys yapping about? What do you think of the new Pika EX? I think the new Pika EX is great. If you're asking me what I think about the deck that you're seeing on Reddit, you can check the pinned message. Oh, they made my job easier. Alright, 120. Well, it's a nuke. It's a 150 basic nuke. It's like basically baby Charizard. You have to think of it as basic Charizard. We don't have to go Sudowoodo though. We just go Rampardos and win. Are we guys watching the same? Wait. I see the problem. Don't worry, chat. I see the problem. So instead, what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna Sabrina here. So that I can now retreat. And attack this. Thank you for leafing early, bro. Thank you for leafing early. Whew. Would you say this is an aggro deck? Yeah, of course. Why no Rampardos? Because they've used Mars. It doesn't make sense for them to Mars me. And I kind of want to force them into a mistake. If I can force them into a mistake, I win. Like right now. See? They wouldn't have done this if I played the card. You guys need to understand, in Pokemon Pocket, holding your hand is knowledge. Right? Like, this is knowledge. Your hand is, like, all private information. Right? You guys not agree with me that hiding your hand is private information? So, therefore, you should hide your hand? Like, I don't know what's in my opponent's hand. Thank you, Bait. My goat, love your tweets and appreciate the meow vid. Wasn't sure what exactly, yeah. Like, my opponent wouldn't have made this play at all, right? They had no reason to make that play. Right? And now the game is over. Yeah. You should hide your hand. Well, you should hide your hand when you have 3 cards. I have 2 cards in my hand. I had 2 cards, chat. Like, what do you mean? We are losing the plot. You guys are actively losing the plot, chat. I had 2 cards in hand. Why would you Mars me at 2 cards if I haven't shown the card? Unless you're screen peeking. Like, if you are screen peeking, that's okay. And they already used Mars. Oh, they didn't use one. They didn't use Mars. I'm mixing. What if a piano fell on my head, right? They did what? Like, see, like, what is my opponent doing? What is my opponent trying to accomplish here? For how long will you continue streaming? I want to take a quick walk. Well, so I have a coaching session at in an hour and 20 minutes. So I'll probably stream until I get enough footage to make a video. So probably like another 30 minutes of this. This is, I guess, expect we have a new video for you guys, for you YouTube people. Oh, this is a sucky start. Thank you for all your content, of course. Oh, we got the Pseudo Wudo. Lucario coin makes you go first every time. Claire Lee. We also have the enormous black clock. Thank you for the follow. Do you ever get haters on your YouTube content? Just curious, since the Twitch chat is so chill. I mean, YouTube is like YouTube, right? There's always going to be very interesting comments, but like, what am I supposed to do? Yeah, I get people like... Okay, they're going to X speed and hit me. Just like, whatever. Wait, they have Char? What the heck? Are they gonna hit me or are they going to evolve? What is happening here? They're just gonna attack. Yep, if I went second, this was like such a free game. But instead, I went. Instead of a free game, it's a game where I have my life on the line. This is also like where you could have considered, oh, if the Sabrina was like an Iono, I could have Iono'd my whole hand. It's not lost until it's lost. That's facts. People die when they are killed. Mars me, please. Thank you. Thank you. I do not want this hand. I've never asked for this hand. I've never seen a hand as terrible as that in my life. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Is this writing fire? Boop, 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 boop. Is this writing fire? Is this writing fire? Red? Yo, shout out W Mars. Can we get some W Mars in chat for that incredible display of Marsery? W Mars, you already know. Win Mars. Thank you so much for the Mars. So why did we switch to this deck? Let's talk about why we switched to this deck. We switched to this deck because everyone realized Seagun, top Japanese player, started playing Charizard. So now everyone's like, oh, I can use Charizard to hit the top ranks. Which is a lie. You guys can't use Charizard like that. I don't know who lied to them, but I'm going to tell you, you were lied to. You cannot. Oh, no way. Parle tu francés, what can I say? Mars might be the GOAT. GG's. We're bringing in the Marshadow, the Body Snatcher. That's Marshadow, the Body Snatcher right here. It ain't over till it's over. Here we go. What's Marshadow's lore? It dips into the shadow of others and mimics their powers and movements. You see? That's the Body Snatcher right there. Why Suda over Hitmonlee? Because it deals a lot of damage into Moltres, and the meta is currently pretty Moltres heavy. I think I might make this a video on like how to like also like counter the meta, how to pay attention to like meta trends, and then like kind of understand what you need to do to beat them. Because all I did was like, I'm like, oh yeah, these people are like hella obsessed with this deck, right? Can you show your best version for normal players to take 1675? Just use Dark Tina. Use this. It doesn't really matter. Like, you'll hit 1675, I think. I think that don't get too stressed about it, you know? That's my advice. Don't get too stressed about it. You're fine. Who is Kana? Kana is the Japanese player currently lying to you about Pikachu Garantina. And is the reason I've had to answer so many questions about this terrible deck. 1675 means that you get to Ultra Ball 4 instead of Ultra Ball 3 for next month. I deal 60. Dealing 60 is not more damage. Guys, guess who just figured out how to do math? Guess who just figured out how to do math? You're not going to believe it. The difference is that you are good and not a normal player. Okay, here's how I would make here's how I'd make 1675 as a normal player. So I'd watch this guy Jeudy on YouTube. I think he makes pretty good content. I think that he's one of the people I would watch if my goal was to get there. And then I'd pick one of the decks that he said. I think he's been really big on, what was that deck again? Oh, I'm forgetting its name. It's I had it on the tip of my tongue. I can't remember it anymore. He's talked about Darkrai. He's talked about Darkrai Tina. I would probably use that. Yeah, I think that he was really cooking when he said Darkrai Tina, you know? I think that he was onto something that like maybe I couldn't have seen. Pikachu, no, use Pikachu. He didn't make a video about Pikachu. Until Jeudy makes a video about Pikachu, I don't want to use it. So yeah, anyway, I think that, you know, I think he's building, like, I think he has a really... Yeah, I will one day make a Pikachu video. When Pikachu is good. When Pikachu is good, I'll make a video about it. But until Pikachu is good, I'm not going to make a video about it. I think that card will be good. We're also 4-0. Shout out to Charizard for the farms. How do you get them every time? Because it's... I told you, High Master's a different ladder, right? Like, I'm playing against... Props to Pocket for making a balance. Just for real. I think the game is pretty balanced. Are they gonna switch here or are they gonna attack here? They're gonna not do anything. Interesting. Anyway, I'm gonna jab. What are they doing here? Is he gonna attack with this? Okay, what am I playing against? What is he doing? He's like beating my ass right now. Like, don't hold me. Like, I legitimately have to use Sabrina. When do you predict the new set? The 30th, right? We're getting a trailer soon. They said it was going to be like the 30th-ish, like 29th, 28th range. Bro, my opponent's solo zarding me. I'm getting beat by Cholozard. What is happening? I'm getting Zard soloed right now. I mean, this guy is psychotic, but this is kind of how you have to beat this matchup. And they're Marsing me? Yo! He can see my hand! They call bro the hand sniper. Just kidding. I started watching Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds on your recommendation! Yo! How you like it? How you like it so far? This is such an interesting fight. I think I lose because they can just heal. Like, the only way they won is because they, like, freaking... It's not just red, it's 2 Lucarios in the deck, too. I can beat them with 2 Lucarios as well. Okay, let's see what happens, chat. Am I gonna actually just lose this? Because I can't, like, draw a real card with my life on the line? Let's find out. Draw! Okay, so the only way to lose to Charizard, chat, is if, and only if, they start throwing hands with Charmander. Let's look at Sabrina's. I have Young Bree. I have Young Bree in hand. It's okay. Aw, shit. No, I think it's fine. They won't kill me. They shouldn't kill me. They're trolling if they kill me. See? Nope. They need Giant's Cape here. Like, I think this is fine. They need to think about what they want to do here. They need to open their mind, Mogi boy, Yugi boy, Kaiba boy. Okay, they're gonna target the back. They're not gonna target to anything. Between their cheeks. Call my name if you like crème brûlée. Yeah, this is fine, right?
I guess it's not fully fine. They can Sabrina me. But this is like the best thing I can do. Because I can still draw red. I have 7 cards in deck. So I think it's fine. Unless they try to Cyrus me. Okay, they have another one, sure. But now I can grab it. They're gonna attack with it, yes. I can Sabrina here. Oh, I can Cyrus now. Now we have to Cyrus. What do you think the cutoff for top 1 hundo will be? I'm fine. Hasn't found the fossil with 7. I haven't found the fossil with 7 cards in deck. I haven't found the fossil in 7 cards. You know what? You bet I'm fine. You know I'm fine. I should have put it on the Mars Shadow. Oh, that was bad. 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 Oh, that was bad. That was bad. I think I threw. I think I threw. I think I threw. That was a really bad play by me. They're gonna Iono me, sure. Because yo, we'll figure it out. I'll tell you why in a moment. Low-key, never mind. We got Iono'd into red. But still no freaking fossil. No freaking fossil. I'm just gonna lose to Cyrus now. This is so frustrating. Like, this was like so fine had I just got the guy, right? But instead, I'm gonna lose to this dweeb. Wait, they Mars'd me now? Oh my god, what are I'm getting owned? Oh look, I found my look, chat, I found my Okay, there's like no joke, there's like 3 cards that win me the game. Let's just lock in. I'm locked in, chat. There's like 3 cards that win me the game. Actually, there's 2 cards. There's 3 cards. 3 cards that win me the game. Here we go. Look, the fossil from earlier finally joining. It took you like 15 turns. Ah! You know why everyone's playing Zard? I mean, I've told you guys why. But no one believes me. This guy's playing a different version of Zard though, right? We'll see. Number 1 is not Darkrai. Stan, I don't know how to tell you guys. Number 1 also uses Darkrai. Like, you guys, people change their decks. Number 1 also uses Darkrai. Is Shaman necessary? No. I talked about it in my Charizard video, right? Like, just because he's not using the deck right now, right? Number 1 is still... I don't know how to, like, explain this. Number one bricks coin flips. Like, yeah, like number one player in the world is also. Can you get an interview with Saka when I learn Japanese? When I learn Japanese, I'll give you your interview, chat. But this is a good reason to use fire now, right? Like, why top ladder is currently pretty heavily Charizard focused. Therefore, you want to counter the meta, right? This is why I'm using this deck. Oof. It's so slow. Everyone knows English. Very surprised he uses the one heads tech. True. Right? I think that like it's also like 2 brick flips. That looks like it's a 2 brick flips. You guys are worried about the brick flips and the fact that he has a Charmander and not a Charmeleon. Well, anyway, if you guys want to know what number one is using right now, I am playing him, and guess what? It's exactly what everyone else is using right now. Charizard. The meta is currently Charizard, and this is how the top meta like kind of evolves. That people try to counter each other and counter each other and counter each other. And there's like cycles and developments and like lines to this, right? Yeah. The cycle continues till Darkrai gets another meta next expansion. No! Conquest? I think Conquest is a good format, Peter. A deck where you can use multiple. I think that's just a good format. I'm down for it. Okay, we've won this game, it looks like. Unfortunately, our opponent cannot deal with the... Here's the question. Do I take the KO with Marshadow now with the Sabrina or the Cyrus? I think I do, because it's just winning the game, right? Yeah, it's just winning the game. Multi-deck events sound cool, but suck in practice from what I've seen. Well, the thing, Aquamarine, is that this is a digital card game. Because it's a digital card game, multi-decks actually works. Why no Cranidos there? I have Cranidos right here. Yeah. Like, Conquest only works for games like Hearthstone, Shadowverse, you know, games that are digital. What's a multi-deck format? So it's called Conquest. You basically you bring 3 decks, your opponent gets to ban 1, and then you have to win with the other 2. So like, let's say I bring Charizard, Darkrai, Gyarados, you get to ban 1 of those decks. I get to see your decks, I get to ban 1 of your decks, and you have to win with the other 2. Yep, this makes sense. My opponent's gonna try to beat me through hype moments and aura here. Except they Mars me into the GOAT. Let's look at their deck before. Take a screenshot. Take a screenshot. There we go. We took a screenshot of rank 1's card pile. I've learned nothing from it. I've learned nothing from it. Please follow this. He's destroying rank 1. He runs Skyman. That's the only thing to talk about. And if only there was a YouTube video that went through every tech card you can add. If only there was a YouTube video that shows you every single Charizard deck that you can consider and conceive of. That would